Hello YouTube, White Arctic Wolf here, showing you how to make simple Discord bot in Visual Basic. As you see here, my lore bot is on, and it's working. And this is the lore bot right here. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you'll go to your tools, manage NuGet packages. You'll type in discord.net. You'll click the first one, and you click your lore bot, or whatever your project name is, and then install. I got the latest. And once you got that, you'll come back into here. You plug in all your imports, and then you'll declare your Discord socket. And then in your lore load, let's see here. This one's a little bit different. This is the bot token. The bot token is the same thing that is this. Your bot token can be found in your developer section on Discord, and I'll show you how to get here. So you can go to discord.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then you click on developers, and then you go to applications, and then you'll click on the bot, and then you have your IDs, your secret thing, and then you'll go down to bot, and this is where your bot token is. And then you'll click to reveal. It'll be the same thing right here, and I'll have to generate a new one, because you're not supposed to be giving that out to people. So discord.login async is token type.bot, and it grabs the token, which grabs the bot, and then discord.startAsync starts your login, which logs you in. So here we'll close that down. We'll come here, and as you see, lorebot exited. What that does is connects you. And then you'll want to put in the form closing stop async, which logs it off. So you'll come here, you'll hit your lightning bolt, come up here to form close, and type in discord.stopasync. And that stops the running of the bot. Logs it out. So that way if people are on your Discord, they're not trying to put commands in to do bot stuff if the bot isn't up actually running. I like to put things in try and catch, so that way you can get your exception and put little funny error codes. Anyways, this is a bot that runs in the background. You don't need this, but when you start it up, you've seen how my bot just popped up the message box and doesn't do anything other than coming up and down. So this here is to access the private functions, async functions. So I got two. This is the one that comes in with incoming people messages, and this one is the one that grabs the message and plugs it in to the list box. This message here is for commands. This one here is just for grabbing. And then this one here is for when user joins. And I'll go through all three of those. So we'll start with the on message. So this right here is pretty important if you don't want other bot stuff coming through and doing command stuff. So this right here ignores the messages from the bots, it's comping it out. If you really want to, you could put something on the side here to do a bot thing, but I don't really see a purpose for it. So if the author is a bot, it ignores it. Else, right here, it grabs your message, goes through all the stuff, goes through your channels, looks for the roles, and then this is for removing a role. This is for commands, and this is commands for roles. So we'll start with the command for roles. So if the command for the role starts with a little minus sign, because that's our trigger, and then give role, and then what it does here, it replaces the give role with nothing, leaving the role name. So here, if the role name is anything other than these roles, because these are administrator roles, then the role is given. And what it does is it takes the role name, and if the role name exists, then it gives it to you. And the same thing goes with adding the role. So here I already was playing with stuff. So my commands are slash help give role grow for a list, and possible roles from role list are these ones. So if you want to give yourself a role, you do slash give role, and then you type one of them, and then it gives you the role if the role exists, and then there it is. And if you no longer wish to have that role, you select the minus sign, games, and then boom, and then it's removed, and then it's no longer there. And then the roles gives you access to stuff for here, which is neat. So if users join, they're not overwhelmed with giant things on the side. And then you have your commands. Which is pretty much the same thing, except for it's not doing the whole role thing. It's just, it reads the command like it would if it was if you were asking for a role. And the only thing that's different is you're just responding to whatever the text says. So a certain thing triggers it, then boom, you can get text back. And then this is for the removing the role. That's also pretty much the same thing. Minus is just your straight add trigger. There's no extra text with it. There's no, I mean, you can always add, starts with minus remove role and then put remove role in there. It is just a lot more easier to just do this, I guess. I don't know. And then I put in all the possible roles that could be removed. And then it tells you when it goes through to check to see if that role exists in your role list. And then if it does, it says role removed. If you really wanted to, you could put an else there and say that role doesn't exist. So you go like else, copy that, put there, role doesn't exist. So we'll control B, let that build, rerun that, shows that connected. Once again, the minimized state keeps it minimized in there. and I type slash puppy. Oh, I don't know. I guess because puppy isn't in one of the things, though, and again. I put that in the wrong spot. So, there we go. So now if you type slash puppy, it tells you your role doesn't exist. So then we go to the user joined async, which is this one. So whenever the user joins, this is strictly looking for new users. Let's see here. Yep. This was when my game launcher welcomed Lorebot to the server. Let's see here. One of these. Not sure where it was. But when I made my test account, I can't remember which room it was that I got welcomed to the server. It was cool. It was neat. But yeah, that's what it does, is it welcomes you to the server. And then it gives you a thing of commands in which you can do. And then this here is all working off of the on message 2. Once again, it's ignoring messages from bots, and it's tracking message history, and it's its purpose. But the good thing about putting it in a list box is you can click on each individual item, and then you can add executive things you can do with that thing. And I'll show you some stuff. So what it does is it goes through all this stuff, and then it comes down to here where the item is being added. So then we go to here. This is my game launcher. It's got the community chat thing going for it, and little fun stuff. So here you can make simple filters and stuff. Now you see where it says is bot true. This is actually grabbing messages from the bot rather than people. This is where if you wanted to grab messages from people. This one is strictly a bot chat for people using the software. So what it does is it comes down to here, and then it gets filtered. So this is your filter. It filters out words, which is right here. This is your filter. It filters up to 9 words or usernames that you don't want in here, and then it goes to your ignore messages. So lore is the filter for LoreBot. It'll filter out lore, which kinda sucks when it's coming from a bot, because that also means if somebody were to type a lore in the chat, it would also get filtered. And then in other words, it gets added here. And then in case something errors, it'll automatically just go to the first one. Now this filter right here is for filtering out for private messages between you. So I'll go ahead and start this and give you a show. Now to go here. To grab administrator mode, and now I have this. So is the quick show. None of this bot appears here, as you notice. So when you're clicking here, it goes right to Discord with the time, the stamp, and who's messaging, but it doesn't go to here, and that's because we're telling it to ignore bots. Now if you were to go to Discord and say something, that's funny. I'm gonna have to fix that. It doesn't pop up in here, but it does pop up here. And since LoreBot said something, it'll come here, and I'll say LoreBot with its ID, and role doesn't exist, because RoleBot is an ignored bot. So, the direct message. Here here's the thing where you can click on each individual item, right? You can click here, grab the username, add it to your friends list, click here, and now it's there. It's there. You're going to get it filtered into your direct messages, so whenever that person talks, it'll always go to direct messages. So if you want it to be regular again, you go back to community, type hi, and it's filtered back into here. That's how you can filter out your own little text thing. So if you have your own little text thing up, you can make your own little private chat thing on here and have it cycle out things that way. And that way you won't need Discord up in the background if you're only using this for chat program or text program and just using Discord as a server. That's pretty much it. Other than little fun stuff you could do. Anyways, there was one other thing I wanted to show you, is you can send messages to only a certain channel, which I have been doing for this bot. So this is what this is. It has all the bot stuff, the text channel, and then it sends the message, and then label 3 is the username on my program. So we'll go over here, click username, and that's what it is. It's sending username, and then telling what it did. So here you can have it listed to a text box. So if you wanted to just tell a certain channel like what this is doing in the messenger, which it only when stuff bot goes to the player hub, and it always messages player hub stuff. This is the only bot chat text channel that exists in here, and that's there, where LoreBot is on all channels. And it's on all channels because it is listening to all channels. And that's what this is. Oh, that's it for a tutorial on all the Discord stuff in which I figured out and did. Have a good day.